Grand Rising. Wish you brothers and sisters. What y'all got going on for all my kings and queens, my alphas, my sigmas, and my illuminated chosen ones. Peace be. So I just got done being one of my good old friends' house that I've been knowing for 13 years in high school basically. We've been up all freaking night. Did a lot of decoration, did a lot of greater experience, and I was like, oh, okay, so you was listening. Okay, you did your homework. Okay, you must have got things done. He was like, yeah, man, I'm just letting you know that I really haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgot all about your content. I haven't forgot all about the good stuff that you've been putting on your plate when it gets to your content for the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Then I was like, okay, so just give me more into it. Then he was like, you just basically going to all dimensions that you basically don't even look at your life as the same. Because I was like, okay, so since he did all of it, how can I do that as well? Because I'm just giving it to him for free. Because I'm not doing this just for no money. I'm not doing this just for no whatever. Because I'm just doing it just because how much I care. I'm doing it how much I'm just even more supportive, and even more respective type of dude, whatever. And then so you just gotta be very aware. You just gotta be very mindful about this. There will be some people trying to make you to be a part of their footsteps, which means the third dimensional, when you are doing things right and better for your own well-being. Obviously, it's just because you don't ever see your life as the other dimension, like going back to that sunken place or going back to that sinking feeling, which means the dead end, just because you skip through it, then you pass through it eventually. Because you just have that good metamorphosis, like a caterpillar to a butterfly, or it's like a good recently changing going on through your conscious and your subconscious. Because if my trainers haven't been telling me about this type of stuff a year ago, I wouldn't be like I'm learning or studying even more deeper and deeper. If you know what I meant though. But can you dig it though? But obviously though, you know what you have started, you know what you are about, you know where you come from, because like you know your stuff. Just like your good friends know your stuff. Ever since they've been with you, ever since day freaking one, you know that for a fact there's like a good brotherhood, there's like a good bloodline, there's like a new spiritual brother, there's like a new spiritual system. Because for a fact is, the person don't ever let you down, don't ever tear you apart ever since day freaking one. But that was a good decoration and a greater experiencing last night, because we've been up all freaking night basically, just like doing like some new ideas, do like new techniques or whatever. But basically it was basically turned out far and better, because I am into the higher dimension, which means I am the horizon, because I'm just being more at the higher level, higher frequency most of the time. Because basically I got my shit got going on better. It's just because you don't ever look at your life the same. You don't ever look at your life as like I'm the victim. You just don't ever look at your life that's like a slave. You just don't look at your life that's like the nothingness, like to the hellfire. But you've been looking at your life that is lucidity all for you, that life is not too late for you. It's just like you just got that define the great line mindset. It's just because you have been released out of this prison, what I call your mind, enter of this world. Because you're not living in the physical world. You're just not living in a physical standpoint. You don't do how they do. You don't do how they go by. You just don't live your life like how they live it. You just don't act how they act, and you just don't go through how they go through. You don't do no bullshit how they do some bullshit, basically, because you don't go out to the bar, you don't go out to the party, you don't go out to the club. But whether they try to make you even more jealous because they got their man right here, but obviously you know who that person is just because you ain't even reacting, you ain't even listening, you ain't even responding. And just because, let them do what they gotta do. Let them do like fucking whatever, but let them kiss at the end of the freaking bar. But I don't give a fucking shit just because I am going on a mission, because I know where I am about to head. But you never know, it could be in September and October. It is like 12 years that me and someone that I've been thinking about for 5 years, we were meant to be. Obviously, we are meant to be. But we used to have a in division, which means when it gets to people who try to get to our way, whatever, we used to have a in division to separate from other people that we don't ever got nothing in common, that we don't got nothing resonate. They try to get your attention so bad because they think that they're matter. That person don't even sleep much. When they do, they just like trying to like come and check you, or try to come and follow you. But obviously, you got your freaking man at the other side. But please, don't just try to screw your dating relationship up. Don't just try to screw your marriage up. And don't just try to screw none of that up because you don't want to disrespect yourself. You don't want to disrespect your man, and you really want to disrespect me just because you're just lying to yourself, and you're just lying to those around you. But you cannot lie to me, because I don't care if you dress like a freaking whoredom. But you're still living in a third dimensional world. But as I live in a HD world, it's just because I don't focus on what they are doing, because I don't live my life how they do it, just because I really don't want nothing that I see physically out here that's really making me dead. They're trying to steal my light, basically. I don't care about the physical stuff, but the physical stuff that I feel like about hanging out with people, communicating, fitting in, going to the bar and club, that is not my light there. That is not my light. What is my light is spiritually, though, from within. I can be at home for about a month, and I could come out at September 10th, and I could come out of the house in October 1st. About to be going to a new level, new cycle, new dimension. But of course, I broke the cycle, which means this transition, which means that is not good for the wavelength, if I can say. But what is my light is spiritually, mentally, emotionally, energetically, academically, intuitively, and personally, philosophy, intuitively, and walking by myself and hanging out by my damn self. That is my light. It's just because my angels, my prophets, my troops, my apostles, and my good ones have always been here watching me. And ever since I'm just by myself recently, this is my light. It's just because I just have the found of this ambiguation. It's even more mysterious. It is even more a good clever. It's like a good in division. It's like you just separating yourself from everyone else because you are a holy one. Just because they're trying to make you to be a part of their third dimension, or just because they don't know why you are recently by yourself. They don't know why you was always having fun by yourself. They don't know why you was always happy. They don't know why you was always smiling. They don't know why you just filling up with energy, but they don't. They smoke, they drink, they get high, they just smashing their girlfriend like about this time of morning. It's about 6 o'clock in the freaking morning, but they must be getting in right now, or they must be waking up, popping something, or smoking something, or drinking something, or just like them getting in together. But obviously though, they're still keeping that same thing. It's just like they wake up, they gotta take their freaking meds. Because like, you know, they even fucked up from the mind. You know, they even fucked up from up here, but not in here. It's just because they are not exist from the within. It's just because they have that loss in the sound of separation. They have the loss in the sound of separation, which means nobody couldn't hear them. Nobody couldn't respond. Nobody couldn't go through it of how you can go by. You know what I meant? It's just because for a fact is you just have a lot of good thing over your head, because they're just trying to block you, try to go the other way. But whether you just like I'm turning like this or whatever, and not even looking at them, but they are looking at you obviously, because they don't got shit going on. They're still living their life. It's like they are 21 basically. They just like they finding like a true this and true that, because they are living nothing but a bedroom and bombshells. Let them go ahead to live their life with the bedroom and bombshells while you are living your life, which means your words in your mind to come to life, to make it become your reality. Because as I said before, then I will say it again, you are alive because you don't ever better off dead. But I will say this as well for those about these narcissists, Decepticons, motherfuckers. If you think you're alive, well, you're better off dead. It feels good when I said that as well. Obviously though, I'm flying. I see our brothers and sisters in the field. Continue to take care of yourself and stay healthy. Going to be taking me a good, decent, cold bath to get all over to the body, to get the bloodstream, to get the blood flow going. Obviously though, you just got your stuff ready. Eventually though, let's continue to get things popping. Let's continue to get things started, obviously. And then, so I'm about to get my paycheck today, but cool. So no freaking excuse, just no freaking lies, or no freaking, yeah. It's just because you're just focusing on your content, while there's other people just sound like looking at you, but you're like a fucking seeing straight, just like you are targeting to your artists. Like your artists can be everywhere, like these trees, for example. That is how you got to defeat them, basically. Because once you don't care, the more it will make people even more down and drained. It's like the craziest horror movie when they basically be draining. Kind of look like a freaking one of these horror film mask or whatever. But let's continue to take care of ourselves and stay healthy, to get away from the poisonous mind of people. Their blood ain't clean, their body ain't lean. But if your body is lean, you don't got no fucking 6-pack or no 8-pack. You just don't even work out fully. Like you don't got no nice biceps, no triceps, just nothing going on with yourself, my guy. But if you are overweight because your pores is definitely not well, your eating is not right, you're not drinking enough water, you're just not getting plenty sleep, you're just not taking your vitamins or your supplements, you really want to go for no walk, you really want to go for no jog, you just hate the sweat, and then you just hate to work out just because you just like lazy yourself off like it's your last breath. Obviously, their mind ain't sharper just because they messed up on some drugs. They messed up on watching on pornography. They messed up on some stuff of what they cannot handle because they're still going through this trauma. Just because when they see your life better, God had really gave this life for you. God had really gave this life to you. And just because they didn't give the life to them because they tried to go and steal your life, steal your joy. But the physical shit, like hanging out with people, that is not your light. It's just the illusion, which means the people that you see, like when they driving and when they hang out, the coffee shop, the bookstore, the shopping mall, whatever the case of it, it's just the illusion because you just see them as people. You don't see them of who they are. If you just like met them back then you just like, okay, hello stranger, but you don't even know the person because like you just like going this and going to that because like that person knows you, but you don't even know them. No, you don't have no memory loss. You don't have no bad memory. It's just that you just like transferring your mind what it is. And then there's a woman gonna be like, you're funny. Just like really want to wear like some black booty shorts, like a white type of sweater, whatever. Obviously, you don't even look at that person that you basically know from the shopping mall, whatever. Like you just look at that person. That is someone else. It's like a dimension of form, but you're not looking back to that physical world. But if you did, you would be looking at those people that you know familiar, just because you forgot a lot of people's faces that you met. But people don't forget your face, but you don't. Well, people don't forget your face, but you forgot theirs just because you're not focusing on them. You ain't worrying about them and you ain't even thinking about them. Because that is how your mind is even more sharper, trying to lead you to somewhere else better. Because that is not your light to the physical norm. Your light is like into the spiritual form, like to the higher dimension. It's just because you're just living it up. Like you just woke up out of your sleep, then you just see what they are doing, what they are about. Because like you have figured them out before they don't say nothing or before they take some action. You just know what they are about just because you know they're jealous of you. But they like you and love you and hate you at the same time. But obviously though, they really want you to make you jealous. They trying to make you mad because like they got this, they got that. You know, that ain't even theirs. You know, that ain't even that person who they be around because like they try to just pretend it is because they're trying to. What is your response? What is your reaction? What is this and that? Just because. Let them and see how it goes at the very end. But if it gets better together with them, dude, they won't ever break it. They won't ever unlock it, because if so, it's gonna be a trap for them. Because no excuse, because like you cannot enter it back out. Because I know myself when it gets to this. Because when they started this and that, it will lead to like a locking into that. But you cannot escape that. Y'all cannot move away from it. Just because all praise to the Most High that it's not me. Because I don't focus on no physical shit like I'm hanging out with people or talking to people, just because that is not my light. I see it the other way, like I'm living the movie The Matrix. And that's how I really see myself. I don't look at things like I see like a long time. I look at things that I see, it's like from my sleep. When I wake up, it's been getting like cosmetic, like reincarnation, like new creature, reborn again. Just really at the other frame of converting your mind from within and your body as well to get it more bubbly, because it is really working on itself to really get more better cells, better cycles, to really not thinking from that third dimensional shit. Because you know, they try to talk shit, they try to laugh at you, make fun of you, just because they hate themselves just how much the world hates them. But you know, they love the world, but obviously they still doing the same shit. They trying to follow me because they want to live the other life like on physical form, which means I don't live my life how they do. When they follow me, watching me, following me, chasing me, I don't live the fucked up shit that they do, basically. Obviously though, this is why when I am by myself, how come my energy stays up? How come I just even more higher frequency, higher energy, higher levels, higher standards, and higher standpoint, and with a higher self-esteem? Just because let them do what they gotta do, because I'm gonna do what I have to do. But just because I am doing something right for myself, all things good for respect though. Because I see a lot of doors are knocking, just because the doors are always open for me. But obviously, when I am getting my shit together, I am just ignoring them. I don't ever open the door, I don't ever respond, because whether they try to look for answers, whether they try to like ask me this or that, just don't respond, don't open, don't even let them in, just because the future is ours. Because we won't ever let no one in. Let them stay in the past. Let them be at the bars. Let them be at the clubs. Let them do what they really gotta do. But let them gotta do all of this and that. But let them fuck their lives up, because you's about to be going to somewhere else better. You's about to be going to somewhere else even more higher and higher. Obviously, we are already there. We gotta take heed. We gotta keep our balance high, which means the final one that is about to be paid. And as always, stay conscious and subconsciously to go along with your words and in our mind to make it to come to life, which are reality, so we can get what we can give and have what we have worked for, and love for what we had go on. I won't say possess, and I won't say obsessed, but both of them can be very, very dangerous, by the way. But as long as you are patient to the Most High and His Son Christ, your soul is definitely going to be activated, your spirit is going to be activated, and you will be having a lot of strong bold, you will be having a lot of strong identity. Because as I said, the physical form, like I'm hanging out with people, really want to start love, relationships, that is not your light physically. But what is your light? It's from within you. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, intuitively, and psychically. That is your light. It's just because you're just living in your mind that is so much beautiful, cosmetic, and even more harmonious, because you can see yourself who you're hanging out with. You are seeing yourself who you are talking to. You are seeing yourself who you are working out with. You are seeing yourself like this and that from within. That is spiritually, but physically it will be real soon, because you are into your light from within, not with the people that you are with or hanging out or really want to start or complete with. That is not your light. Of what is your light is from within you. So that is why when you be by yourself, basically you are so expensive. But communicators, socializers, daters, marriages, they are fucking poor. That's a new thing right there. That is a new thing right there. But this is why alone people are basically so expensive, just because we are so hard to get, just because we don't let no one in. We are so hard to get just because we don't open the door for them. We are so hard to get because we don't ever respond. We don't ever reply. We don't rely of what they live on, just because you know they're living like a hellish life. But we are so expensive just because we are the divine glow frame. We are expensive just because we are the godly ones. We are expensive, we are alone just because we have a lot of good charity where they give to high climbing, like to like the chariots, which means UFOs or UAPs, or you can just like go even more higher and higher, and then you would be like seeing the world. You would be seeing all of these good, realistic, magnificent stuff, by the way. So happy Tuesday, which means it's Tremendous Tuesday. So let's keep on building and grow together. Like, stop living in a slave in the prison of your mind. Just live your mind like even more mysteriously. Don't be scared, be mysterious. Just having more awareness of your body and your brain, because it is definitely telling you something of what you need to know or what you really need to learn. And I see y'all soon. Massacre.